Sri Swami Shivananda, Science of Yoga, Volume 7, 11. Mother Nature, Our Saviour. The chief aim of Natyre-Our is to prevent disease and help man to maintain good, radiant health. Nature vehemently attacks the administration of drugs for the relief of symptoms without removing the cause. Natyre-Our is really a philosophy and a way of looking at life, health, and disease. Natyre-Our teaches man how to protect his body from the attacks of disease and how to get rid of them. It also teaches man the principles on which his body is built, the principles of scientific dieting and right living, the principles of power and the means by which he can maintain a high standard of health, vigorous vitality and efficiency to a ripe old age. Nature is not a blind force. She is not inert. She is an intelligent principle and full of purity. She is the power, God. So she is omnipotent and omniscient. Shakti, the possessor of power, and Shakta, the possessor of power, and Shakti power are inseparable. A cell is not inert. It is endowed with high intelligence. The cells of the glands of the stomach have the intelligence to select the choices of materials from the blood to manufacture gastric juices. The cell of the mammary glands have the intelligence to select the materials from the blood and produce milk. The cells of the testes have the intelligence to select the materials and from the blood and produce semen, the vital fluid. Cells also have the intelligence to array themselves in a skillful manner to fight their enemies, germs and bacteria. They encircle their foes and perform strategic maneuvers like soldiers in war. They crush the germs through phagocytosis, devour them and triumph in the internal war. Fundamental principles of Natyre-Our. Nature reconstruct, rebuild, and repair the body. It also cleanses the system. All forms of all disease are due to the same cause, namely the accumulation in the system of toxin or poisons, waste matter, or filth on account of wrong living, such as improper food, overeating, lack of exercise and fresh air, lack of rest and sleep, lack of proper care of the skin, etc. If these accumulated poisons matter which clog the system is eliminated through proper methods such as fasting, enema, baths, and cleaning foods, disease can be cured and good, radiant health can be ensured. This is the first and most important principle of Natyre-Our. During the process of metabolism, constructive and destructive changes, oxidation, etc., are going in the system of man. Waste produced are always being formed. In a healthy person, these are at once eliminated through the kidney, lungs, skin, and bowels. If they continue to accumulate, owing to insufficient action of the eliminative organs, slow poisoning takes place and disease result. Nature tries to get rid of all the impurities and germs from the system, which are dangerous for the life and health. She repairs and all injuries. She herself heals all disease. God has endowed her with healing power. Every acute disease is the result of the purifying and healing effort of nature. There is utility of disease and treatment. The symptoms of disease are actually symptoms of healing. Diarrhea is nature's efforts at self-cleaning. She liquefies the foul, purifying matter in the bowels, and thus easily throws it out. It is unwise to try to stop diarrhea by means of medicines. It is, if it is stopped by drugs, then the irritants will be retained in the bowels and the conditions will be aggravated. When there is some congestion and inflammation in the throat, ear, nose, and eyes, nature at once starts the self-cleaning process and begins to throw out sputum, and mucus. It does the healing work in a very thorough manner. According to the teachings of Natyre-Our, acute disease conditions are forcible body cleaning process which are beneficial and necessary. They are nature's cleaning and healing effort. All acute reaction signify an increased activity of the vital force resulting in fever, inflammation, itching, pain, redness, swelling, and skin eruptions. Crisis, acute reaction, or acute disease are nature's endeavor to establish health. This is another expression of the fundamental law of actions and reactions. Natyre-Our easily transforms the inflammatory and feverish process and help them within safe limits throughout its simple natural method of treatment. It never checks or suppresses by means of poisonous drugs. By administering drugs injudiciously, the self-cleaning and healing effort of nature is suppressed and hindered, and the real trouble or cause of all disease is not removed. It lies concealed within. Same relief may be obtained by pain-relieving drugs and sedatives, but the thief still remains within and always reappears after some time with redoubled force. Natyre-Our is not superficial, it is perfectly thorough. Nature's healing begins in the living cells. When the body is wounded, nature starts the healing process at once. New cells are formed to replace the ones destroyed. All methods of Natyre-Our are directed towards the purification and regeneration of the system or bodily mechanism. When this is done, the healing power asserts itself and restores normal functioning. The individual attains perfect health, happiness, strength, and vitality. When the obstruction in the gutter is removed, the water flows freely. Similarly, when the poisons and toxins in the body are eliminated, health and vitality vitality flow freely. Nature-Cure methods. 1. Fasting. Fasting cleanses the system and removes all the waste matter and impurities which have accumulated through many years of wrong eating and wrong living. It is the most potent method of nature-cure. It is a strong and effective weapon of natural paths to slay all disease. It conserves energy. The energy that was previously directed toward digestion is now utilized for elimination, repairing, and healing. This is the law of vital economy. 2. Right dieting. Through right dieting, the further accumulation of waste matter and toxin in the system is prevented. The blood is kept pure and all the internal organs function properly. 3. Baths and wet packs. Cold baths tone and cleanse the system. They invigorate the nerves and brain and removes poisons and fatty materials from the body. Wet pack reduces the temperature in fevers and remove inflammation and pain. Sunbathing. The sun is the source of life and energy and has a tremendous healing power. It is the best disinfectant in the world to kill germs and parasites. It tones the skin and nerves and fills the whole system with energy and power. It supplies vitamin D. Enema. Enema cleanses the bowels and remove all accumulated matter. They do not cause any harm, like drastic purgatives and cathartics. They should be used daily during fast. Physical exercise. Physical exercise builds the body and helps the process of healing and the healthy functioning of all the internal organs. It helps digestion and improves the blood qualitatively and quantitatively. If you do not exercise, all the muscles and organs will degenerate. Do asanas and Surya Namaskar and exercise like Bandha, Baitak regularly. Regularly is of paramount importance. Do not exert. Do not overdo it. There should not be any fatigue after the exercise. There should be acceleration of spirit. 7. Breathing exercise. Pranayama is the best of all deep breathing exercise. It tones and purifies the whole system and removes all sorts of disease. It steadies the mind and removes oxalation. It fills the body with new abundant energy. Practice Bhastrika, Sitali, Uyaji, and Parvak. Suk, Purvak. 8. Rest and relaxation. Rest is very necessary to conserve energy. All the organs are rendered their function properly after rest. The muscles need rest after work. Rest is nature's reproductive agent, so have sufficient rest. Naturopathy and spiritual life. To many individuals, Naturopathy may only means getting chronic disease cured by fasting and dieting, and then reverting to the old method of living. A few may follow throughout their life the basic principles of nature cure, namely living in tune with nature, but a little thinking will reveal that naturopathy is only a part of the whole truth. Living in tune with nature is an aid in seeking the reality behind nature, God. There are many similarities between Vedanta and naturopathy. Vedanta teaches that the real bliss which man seeks in sense object is really in his own heart. When all desires cease, this bliss manifests itself. Similarly, naturopathy teaches the man can live a healthy and happy life by living in tune with nature, because good health is the inner nature of man. Disease is foreigner to him. Health is not created but revealed through the avoidance of all obstructing factors. Both Vedanta and neuropathy give hope to man. That which is essential for him is made available in plenty by the Lord. This is indeed a cause for great joy and optimism. Naturopathy says that you should avoid overeating, for it is the cause of most disease. It tries to avoid overeating. In trying to avoid overeating, it will be helpful to start by giving up condiments like chilies and peppers, stimulants like teas, coffee, alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. One should control the palate. The scriptures also say the same thing. The Bhagavad Gita says that by controlling the palate, all the other sense organs are controlled. The mind then becomes under one control, and God realization becomes easily. Vedanta says that the cause of the misery in the world is ignorance, from which have sprung the ego, attraction, and repulsion, desire, selfishness, etc. When ignorance is destroyed through meditation, japa, prayer, satsang, kirtan, and service, the self or Atman is realized. Similarly, the science of naturopathy says that the cause of all disease is the presence of impurities in the body. When nature commands to throw out these poisons through the nose, you call it a cold. When it does so through the skin, you call it skin disease. Different names are given according to the part of the body through which the elimination takes place. But this makes no difference. Thus here there is a similarity. Vedanta says that desire from sense enjoyment is never satisfied by actual enjoyment. On the contrary, it increases as fire when it is fed with ghee. The real solution lies in the denial of the desire through self-inquiry, and by living a good life according to the laws of nature. The body is the moving temple of the Lord. It is an instrument in the hands of a spiritual aspirant from the attainment of God realization. Naturopathy helps one to keep his body in a clean, pure, and fit condition. Naturopathy asks one to live in tune with the laws of nature, while the spiritual aspirants aim at living in tune with the Lord's will. There is a reason for this similarity. The Supreme Lord manifests himself in many plans of consciousness, the chief of which are the spiritual, mental, and material. Every plane has its law. A person who has evolved to a particular plane receives the knowledge of that plane of consciousness. The law of naturopathy are the divine laws governing the physical plane. To live in harmony with nature is to cease to be an egoistic individual and thus open the gateway to true happiness and peace. Whether there is an attempt to transcend and narrowness of the ego, there you will find joy. So living in accordance with the laws of nature is a step toward the evolution of man. Thus, the theory and practice of naturopathy are aids to aspirants in their spiritual evolution. First, understand the law of Mother Nature, then gradually try to change your way of living. Practice patience, perseverance, and faith are necessary. Prayer, aspiration, and surrender to God will make the process quick. May the Lord bless you with health, long life, peace, and bliss.